Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. I heard about a situation last week that tears down an artist that I've come to love, and I think many of you love his work as well. And everything about the circumstances surrounding just goes against what I stand for in this musical community. So today's extra analysis video is in support of Ren. Let's get to it. Ooh! Oh, I've got shivers.
Trying to be the person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me random, trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't highway number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope that can't talk from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec.
Y'all are probably all thinking about how awesome these lyrics are, which I hope that there are going to be tons of analyses talking about the lyrics and the brilliance in them. I am not a rapper, so if you want to go check out Knox Hill or Black Pegasus, they have awesome analysis, I think, of lyrics like this. What I really want to talk about here, there's 2 things. One is how we build anger into our voice, and 2 is the string arrangement. I'm actually more excited about the string arrangement right now. I really, really love this string arrangement. If you want really creepy strings, like some of the early works of that, check out Threnody. What is it? Threnody for strings? Something about the victims of Hiroshima. Oh my gosh. Spine tingling, chilling. And the beginning of this reminds me of that piece. It is so disturbing. It's this extended playing technique that with the sliding, that sound, right, that's been taken into horror films just everywhere in film music. I love the way that film music and classical music have this incredible relationship. But to bring that level of strings into one of Ren's songs is really exciting to me. I've heard lots of awesome arrangements before, but this to me is like an extra layer of pain because he's involving this like really awesome classical technique. Oh. And then the string arrangement continues to be wow.
Person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write. But the forces out there test me random, trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't highway number 2.
So right here, these high strings come in with this like just very, very sharp attack. And we've had an amazing driving and almost very dry, there's a beat, a rhythm that's being locked in by some lower strings in the first verse. Well, first verse, maybe this first half, I should say. I think this is still all the first verse. I love the strings so much, but we still have to talk about how anger gets into the voice here. And I think the example of the breathing, this audible breathing at the beginning is so awesome. I'm drooling. So here, as he's making these sounds, these are very similar to harsh vocals or just honestly kind of similar to gutturals. It's where essentially there are parts of the throat that are being drawn closer together. And those parts of the throat then create vibrations within the air as it's going past. That's what's creating our source of sound here. It's very interesting when people are just at rest, unless they're totally snoring. Okay, snoring's another thing. But when they're at rest and they're breathing deeply, the breathing is really quiet. The entire apparatus here just has usually some nice width in it to let the air move by and not have any sort of obstruction. When somebody gets stressed or surprised, you'll often hear some sort of clenching that happens in the throat. If you go like, like a big surprise breath or really startled in some way. Anger tends to make us constrain in all sorts of manners, including in our throats. And that can bring together some of these different pieces of anatomy that can make these kinds of sounds. I think it's so interesting when we have this kind of sound just with breathing to think about how that relates then, as you all know, with all of the research I'm doing into vocal distortion, harsh vocals right now, I think it's interesting to think about how this really primal sound is then taken into genres like metal or even just distortion and rock, because that does include those upper structures in the larynx also coming together and creating a sound that isn't just pitch, but that is more abrasive. It's a great emotional expression. I love the way that they've panned different breathing sounds in different areas.
The person who is rightly doing right, who is right there on the righteous path, no wrong in words I write, but the forces out there test me round. I'm trying to find the path and forgive all those who test my will. There's trouble in my heart. What the fuck, you little pussy? This ain't high rent number 2. This ain't pendulums or songs of hope the cunt took from you. And the last time we did this, the hope did prevail. Now the hope is the road that will choke a bitch pale. No, just wait a sec, cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset, but this hate breeds hate. Please wait, geez, when I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy, trying to be the it boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen.
Ooh, it feels like there was a drop that was happening right there that I just cut off. For those of you that have already seen this, if you haven't, you should go watch it all the way through without my interruptions, please. Sorry, I think I cut off a big moment there. But I wanted to pause and talk about this sort of two-faced thing that we're getting from Ren here. We've seen it in so many other videos. This is one of the things that I really love about Ren's art. He essentially has two sides of himself that he's able to give voice to. I love the way that he uses the vocal expression to essentially have good Ren or bad Ren, though honestly, I think good or bad is... I don't know if I love applying that to different parts of our personalities because we are a whole person. And as whole people, I believe that people are good, usually. Except for, I gotta say, I'm so frustrated by this whole business with Kujo and Ren. I'm so frustrated by it. I feel how mad it has made Ren. And it feels so unfair. It's like, ugh! If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Ren did release a full 30-minute video, maybe longer than 30 minutes, describing this situation where essentially this artist that he'd purchased through another platform completely licensed, essentially, his beat for Sick Boy. That producer, Kujo, had actually stolen part of that beat from another choir. He shouldn't have been selling it, and there was this big copyright claim problem, and then back and forth with lawyers, and it sounds like Ren's been incredibly giving and reasonable and showed with all this transparency in this video, all of these texts, all of these documents, just he's a very transparent person, right? And I feel so bad for him because it feels like he's been slapped with lies and greed, and he's one of the least greedy people I can think of. Like, as an artist, Ren is like so not greedy. He does not care about the money. He just cares about reaching people. And because of it all, Sick Boy, which is like his song that it defines him, it's not available. It's not available anymore. You cannot get it. It's a very, very frustrating situation. So this song contains so much anger. I love the way that these two sides, it feels like the sides of Ren as he's going through the situation of, okay, I'm going to talk so nicely. I'm really going to try and listen. I'm going to try and understand the other side. I'm going to try and find a compromise where everybody gets what they want, where we can all just be happy and have things go on. And if they want more money, sure, cool. Like, let's figure it out. Let's make everybody happy. So you have the nice side of Ren, and then you have this side where you know he's just seething in anger. I feel that it sounds like that just would have been incredibly difficult to navigate.
No, just wait a sec. Cause there's nothing to be gained when you sever the neck. I know the art is a part of your heart, so you're upset. But this hate breeds hate, please wait, geez, Ren. I'm getting pretty sick of the sick boy trying to be the it.
Just a little notice on the difference between like nice and not nice, Ren. I'm going to say that instead of good and evil. When Ren is in this nice mode, the voice doesn't have as much of that constriction as well. So we don't have that distortion that's happening. And by the way, when I say constriction, like I'm talking about pieces of anatomy in the larynx that are coming together. That's what happens when you sing, even just a clean note, ee, that's your two vocal folds coming together. There are all of these other structures above it that can also come together and create distortion and have an edgier sound. And we're studying those. But in his case, you'll notice that there's a lack of that edginess in the nice nice voice, and the pitch of it is also a little bit lower, a little calmer, and then angry gets much higher and much more constrained. It's human nature to go like this, right? It's instinct, but it's fun to talk about what actually is happening.
Boy, trying to be the I'm so morally equipped boy. Face it, you're mad as fuck, Ren. Now let me cut this worm with my razor blade pen. Fuck it.
Ooh, heartbeat.
Hi, Kujo. Please don't try to struggle. Hear me out. See, I'm on your side, really. Well, I was till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a little far. There's a moral, little Jimmy, of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole.
Holy crap. This got real. I mean, not real, because Rin doesn't not actually do this, but I think it's such an amazing expression of just the anger that needed to be let out. I love the way that we suddenly had this choir appear. Where is it? Oh my gosh, come on. Show me the choir. I can't find it in the little bar below. I don't know. I'll stop it at another moment. The choir that appears in those shadows and at the same time appears in our ears, right? You've got this end of times choir. I always, whenever I hear end of times choir, I think a lot of people are hearkening back to Karl Orff's Carmina Burana. I think that's where a lot of those sounds came from. Beethoven did have some of those elements, but not in the same way that we really get from Karl Orff. And then that's been taken into tons of film scores. So we hear things that remind us of that all the time. And there is this wicked synth that starts going along with a crazy beat and bass. Oh, and there's that string technique too. Yeah, this feels like the preview for a AAA action film.
Hi, Kujo. Please don't try to struggle. Hear me out. See, I'm on your side, really. Well, I was till I found you could get a little greedy. Push your luck a
I
little
love
far.
those
There's a model, little
sounds.
Jimmy of the cookie and the jar. See the needy and the greedy, they're just trying to fill a hole. So they take and then they take us all the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by. Poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
Man, oh gosh. I'm hurting. I'm laughing because it hurts. Not because it's funny, but because it hurts. I believe this represents Kujo and his girlfriend who, she put up lies about contracts. It could have been a defamation suit that they had signed together. Anyhow, the way that the choir moved in there, I thought was really spooky and delightful. And this representation is terrifying.
So they take and then they take us all the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by. Poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
that's such a fascinating way to indicate that you have a female coming into the stage here. I love the way we got an audio cue before the visual cue in both cases. There are many times in Rin's videos when we are having this moment where something is cued in an unusual way. It feels like it's not just a song on the radio. They work really, really well on the radio, but it feels like something that has a cinematic experience as well.
Still the empty in their soul. They feel so hard done by. Poor little you. Wanna take from me big, then I'll take from you too.
Oh my gosh, that synth on the bottom is wicked.
Shut up, slut, you said enough. I thought you said you like it rough. I thought you said she liked it rough. You're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme.
Career suicide. It just breaks my heart, honestly, to know that there is this kind of argument that has happened, and Kujo's made some really bad decisions from all that I understand. And I encourage you to go watch this video that Ren put out about this situation. Because this anger is really merited, I think. And artists, the best artists, I think, find strength in vulnerability. Rin finds strength in vulnerability. Dio finds strength in vulnerability. Even Luciano Pavarotti finds strength in vulnerability. When you have an artist who can't find strength in vulnerability, talking to one who understands how to thrive in that, sometimes you just have these conflicts that can happen and arise, and pride gets in the way, and people get hurt, and careers get hurt. I think there was an opportunity at one point where Rin offered Kujo the ability to do a collaboration, a 50-50 split collaboration with Rin. Like, holy cow, that would have been such a major career booster. And he said no. And frankly, I'm glad that there was a no to that, because I don't think from hearing about what else happened after that, I think that would have been a really bad decision to do. But it was very generous to offer. And I think it was because there was so much hurt pride. One of these artists was turning hurt and vulnerability into being an amazing possible future, and the other was buckling down in pride and wrongness, and just it's gonna hurt the career so much. It's heartbreaking. Artists can come together in vulnerability, in strength, and that's amazing.
Said she liked it rough, you're a bitch, man, what the fuck? I'm confused by this dynamic. Like it's Bonnie and it's Clyde, but the killing you're committing is career suicide. Whoa, guys, you probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Feel me?
Wow. I love this, like almost like a classical piano line. It's a descending line in the piano underneath. I know all of y'all are listening to that beat, and again, the lyrics, which I love the way that he has a moment of self-realization. Like, yeah, this is probably a little bit extreme, but hear me out some more. But I like the piano underneath. Check it out. It's not there yet.
Career suicide. Whoa, guys,
there.
You probably think that this is extreme, I won't lie. Maybe just a little bit mean, I feel a little bad about it, really. Nah, I'm only messing, lad, I love to spank the greedy. Feel me? I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares, see me. I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick.
Wow. That's such an amazing scene. Rin has struggled so much with mental health. This is one of the things that we love about him, right? Is he takes his mental health struggle, this vulnerability, and he puts it out there for everyone to relate to. It's just, I think he's saved so many people because of the way that he wears his struggles on his sleeve. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. And it's so sad that Sick Boy isn't there to continue to help people through their struggles. I feel like that's just a crime against humanity. Well, there's different kinds of crimes against humanity that are a different kind of seriousness, but this does feel like a crime to me. However, the way he brings the people into the scene and the way that he's bringing, I think, just the mental struggles of understanding what goes on in his head, and yet he treats people, I think, with a lot of respect in general. It's amazing. You go like, wow, yeah, this situation is just awful for him.
Lad, I love to spank the greedy. Feel me? I hope you wake up sweating from your nightmares. See me? I'm the sick boy that you enslave. Free me.
I love the addition of the pig in there, by the way. I think that's brilliant.
I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you meal to me. I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen.
Okay, vocal technique moment here. Check out the way he's getting some extrinsic laryngeal engagement. Right? This is where we have stuff popping out on the outside of our necks. That is an area that is of particular interest to me because as people get more angry, as they have more constriction in their throat, and as they have more breath pressure underneath, it seems like there might be aid essentially from extrinsic laryngeal muscles to try and keep things down. In classical singing, we don't like to see that. We're looking for more efficiency with the true vocal folds here. Sometimes we do see it, like it's not a crime to have it a little bit of the time. You don't want to have it all the time though. However, it's a natural thing when we see people expressing anger that we see something like this come out. And I think it's interesting when we're looking at harsh vocalists or people that are having more of that constriction in the upper part of the larynx. I'm really curious. We haven't seen any evidence of damage associated with this. So if it's just a constriction in the upper part of the throat, it might be that having this as an aid actually is good. I have a big question about it in research. It's definitely something I want to find out more about. But you'll notice as he's going up higher here, there's a lot more constriction. He's going up higher in his voice. He's even letting it crack over sometimes, meaning it goes into a higher register and then essentially has moments where it like flips, but it's not really coordinated like you would have in clean singing. Instead, it's just spoken with a certain wildness attached. And there's definitely lots of bits of distortion being added.
I'm the sick boy that you enslave, free me. When you fuck with my work, you might as well bleed me. I put my whole soul into my words legally. Now a little thief want beef, want steal from me. That's how little thief lose teeth, you
wow.
I'm the subject matter, you are part of the scenery. This is how the sick boy work, you feeling me? Cunt, I'm sick with the pen. I went easy on the daughter, he's a friend, it's Zen. But if I ever hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again. And no warning for your bitch, triple girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo.
Oh my gosh, I just want to say, there was this moment where apparently Rin was accused of taking this public, and Kujo was the one that took it public first and started writing on everything. And it was just like, what are you, like, dude, you started it. You were the one that started writing on YouTube and the channel and Reddit and everything. It was just, people.
Hear your mouth speak the name of Ren out in public, then it's public, you don't want that again.
No, don't do it.
Warning for your bitch, triple girlfriend too. Mrs. Nice behind the scenes, poor Kujo, boo. If I ever read another fucking comment from you, then this is only part one, it's even worse than part two.
Oh my gosh, okay, there's something else that's going to play out here, but I mean, he could be suing them. And I wonder what kind of legal repercussion there's going to be from this release. I don't know what there can be, but from all I've heard about the situation and the stuff I've read, there's very clearly a defamation lawsuit that could happen. And I believe that this is that this video will fall underneath artistic expression or artistic license and probably not get into trouble in courts. I don't know what's going to happen here. I do think that this is brilliant, authentic, artistic expression, though. So I'm curious what the fallout will be. I'm going to play the rest of this, though, to see what we're missing in those last. Looks like there were 7 more seconds. Nice job capturing the footsteps, sound crew. Oh, hey, look, there we go. The views expressed in this video are for creative purposes. Any issues I have will be dealt with on a personal basis. I do not condone abuse or bullying. So do note, everyone, Rin does not want us to bully Kujo or his girlfriend online in any way. And I respect that very much. No bullying. It's important to lay the facts out as they are and transparently, I think. But please do not go after Kujo or his girlfriend because that's just not a very good human thing to do. I just want to say that Rin put out a call to reactors to help bring more views and understanding to this situation. And I feel so thankful for that. I think that the reaction and analysis community is an incredible, powerful tool that artists can use and that can really support people in times of need like this. So thank you to Rin for putting that call out. Thank you to everybody that heard that and notified me of it so that we could be on top of this and support Rin. And if y'all want to learn more about vocal research, we just launched a Kickstarter campaign to fund vocal research through a nonprofit. So I'll put up a link to videos about that over here. And may you fall more in love with music every day.